got on air? Okay, have you got all on air on your?
Live,
Mine,
yeah.
Okay.
mine's still off air right now, but whatever. Go
Uh,
ahead.
I'm live. It's live on
I'm
mine.
live.
Yeah, I'm good. Let's go.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second episode of Meet the Streamer. I am extremely lucky to be with three other gentlemen, one fellow UK member and two guys from the United States. One of them you all know very well. Say hello, Golden Boy.
Hey, what's going on, man? Glad to be here. Looking forward to it.
Fantastic. And my fellow Britishman, Pete TT. How are you, sir?
Oh, all right, man. Thank you very much. Good evening our time, or late night at least. Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you doing?
Very well, very well. And also we have another very special guy, and it's DJ Ritman. How are you, sir?
Pretty good, guys. Glad to be here. Glad to be on the show and share this experience with you guys. How are you?
Good. So good. So what we're doing, as I said before, Meet the Streamer. So this weekend, from the Friday the 29th through the 31st, we are running DDR Gear Up Weekend 2, and we thought it again be worthwhile you guys meeting some of the guys who will be streaming through the weekend, and hopefully you guys will give them a follow and sort of enjoy obviously what they enjoy to stream. Just a few questions then, Pete. So you've been streaming for a while now. You've also got a pretty impressive YouTube channel. You're pushing almost, was it 2,000 followers now?
Yeah, almost. Getting there slowly. It's taken a bit. I've taken a bit of a break this week, but yeah, back on it now. Back on the division now. Iron Banner's finished with Destiny, so looking forward to getting back to those daily streams and videos again.
Fantastic. So what is it as it sort of pushed you towards wanting to stream? What's made you want to do that?
I don't know really. I started off with I actually started streaming on Destiny, Trials, Iron Banner, and things like that. But I never really made it full time. And then the division come out, and it's just like there was so much to do. And doing YouTube as well, people kept asking so many questions in videos that I just couldn't get around to kind of answering everyone. I found it easier to explain things on a stream. So it'd be like, okay, how do you do this? How do you do that? Well, rather than some long-winded explanation in the comment section, it was just a lot easier to kind of stream that night and say, right, you know, we're going to take you through this incursion or that incursion, actually show people how to do it from start to finish rather than kind of chopping bits out. That's kind of what got me into it, and that's why I do it, really.
Fantastic. How long have you been streaming for? Like, including Destiny, obviously. How long have you actually been sort of had a Twitch
I
channel?
started on Twitch when Destiny first came out, that first week. Twitch didn't
Wow.
really go too well for me. I kept having a load of problems connecting to Twitch, so I just opted over to swap to actual streaming on YouTube gaming. That seems, for some reason, to be a lot smoother for me. So yeah, it's kind of been from the beginning of Destiny, and then obviously now on the Division, it's kind of like that daily thing, so it's becoming more current. So yeah, quite a while, nearly 3 years now overall.
Fantastic. Veteran. DJ, you're coming from the other angle of that. So obviously we've got Pete who's a bit of a veteran streamer, right? But DJ, you've just started streaming, right? So this is a
Literally
sort of a
just
new
started, yeah.
entity. So
Definitely.
what made you hook up and decide to enter the world of Golden Boy's voyeurism?
Uh, I think the biggest thing was I played Call of Duty and I put a lot of time into Destiny, but I never really got I would say I never really got into the game too in depth, any of the games. And then once I picked up on the Division, I mean, you can ask my wife; she's about ready to kill me. It's nonstop Division, and learning new things about builds and techniques and different skills, talent combinations. And I think the biggest thing that, or the biggest reason I should say I started was to kind of share that experience with other people that are viewing it because throughout our DZ runs we're talking about different mechanics and everything and people have always asked me, hey, can you help me with my build? I say, yeah, just hey, jump on, we'll see what we can do some share play or whatnot, and I'll help you with what I can. I'm still trying to figure out a couple of mechanics myself for PvP. Don't get me wrong, but nonetheless, the division itself was my big reason for starting to stream. For sure, and the community itself, of course. Especially after Gear Up Weekend, the first one, that was just incredible. And yeah, I've just never really been a part of something as dug into it as I am with this, and great people, great times, and that's reason enough, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. You both touched on that. You both get a lot of questions about how mechanics that you look at and how you approach the dart zone, and I suppose it's a big testament, right, Gordon, that sort of the need and want from people in the community to have that type of resource open and available to them, right?
Well, I think
Absolutely.
especially the way that the way that the dark zone is now is, it's brutal. Of course, we've talked about the flamethrowers, we talked about the shotguns and everything like that, and last night a buddy of mine had been gone for a while and had come back, and he was like, oh, he hadn't been there for the update, and I was like, look, man, it's rough, and he's like, oh, come on, man, we got it. And it was me, him, and another guy. It was three of us, and the other guy's a pretty decent player, and I was like, man, listen, we're gonna need to get a fourth person. We're gonna need to get a fourth person. I'm telling you. And he was like, oh no, we got it, man, we got it. Went right in there, queue building, boom, dead, everyone. So with that being said, yeah, you can go three-man it, that's fine, and it's experience, and the way what Binary had said, it is your approach to the dark zone, and if you don't have it right and you don't have your team melding, then you're not going to get very far, and then much less if anybody else is in the dark zone, you're going to get any of the stuff that you did get in the first place is going to get ganked from you anyway. So I think having a community that we've built that has been going into the dark zone very successfully is a testament, and it's easy sometimes, but if you don't have the right team, man, you're going to get burned up.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that leads to another point, I guess. Pete, when you stream, do you sort of pre-choose the guys that you run with, or do you just match make and go all guns blazing?
No, I've actually had a couple of teams of guys that I run with. Like you say, the thing with building a team is it's all about your chemistry. So I've jumped through a few different people running with a team, but kind of my permanent go-to guy that everyone sees on stream daily is Weege TT. He runs with me on everything from Destiny, Division. We play all the time, whatever we're playing. As for the rest of it, it's kind of a lot of it now has gone more to whenever we stream, getting subscribers to join in with us. We put posts out on Twitter and things like that. We're going live tonight. We're doing Dark Zone, Underground, whatever it is that we're going to do, and just try to get other people through with us. It helps keep it fresh as well. It's all running with the same people all the time, but running with different people. It really does put an emphasis on your personal abilities and skills and setups and stuff like that to run with different people. Weege is an awesome player. He's a bit of a one-man army when it comes down to his gear. He's our sentry guy. He's got the perfect sentry setup. Where me, I've got blind setups, I've got reclaimer setups, so I can jump between whatever I need, and that's kind of what we've opted for now. Being able to get other people in and being able to swap our gear sets to match what people have got and help them that way. Matchmaking, I don't know. I've never been a fan of matchmaking in lots of things, more for the fact that you find people don't communicate as well, or they go off to do other things, and I'd rather have people that want to come in. My own kind of matchmaking, Twitter's the best form of your own matchmaking than in-game, because we all know that you can hit that matchmake button and spend 20 minutes actually waiting to find someone doing something because they just stood in a checkpoint room or something like that. So yeah, not so much the open matchmaking, but we do our own matchmaking for teams.
Yeah, well, no, that's right. And, well, as I said, that's what we have our community for, right? We have these massive amounts of LFG rooms specifically for specific areas that you want to tackle within the division, whether it's Dark Zone, HVTs, missions, and incursions. So from a streaming point of view, being the streamer itself, what sort of interaction do you prefer or do you enjoy to sort of help create that environment? Especially for, what, as a new streamer, what would you look for from people's participation in your stream?
I don't know. I'm me. That's the one big thing. I love the fact that I'm still me. At the end of the day, I can stand here and just have a laugh and a joke, and we are who we are. We sit down, we chat about work, and we got our regular guys that appear in stream all the time. And I don't know. We're just us as to who we are. We'll call out problems as we see them. We call out bits we like and don't like, and we just kind of get on as if it was just, we're just playing a game at the end of the day. We come home from work like everyone else. We just want to put our feet up and have a bit of a laugh and a joke and not take things too seriously and have fun. And that's what it's about. People coming in, chat, having fun, talking about the game. If you need help, just tell us what you want help with and we'll help you out. Just come in and be yourself. Just have some fun and enjoy what it is. I think that's the biggest part. If you don't enjoy it, either watching or playing, then there's really not much point in actually being there.
That sounds like Golden's motto, that one, having a beer and playing a game, right?
Yeah, grab a beer, man, grab a controller.
Exactly, it's so much more fun after a couple have gone down in the end and you start to see 3 or 4 the same boss.
Yeah.
DJ, what about you, sir? What being a new streamer, what type of interaction from people watching you do you feel will help you become or more engaged with your viewers?
I was running Clear
And
Sky
not
with
taking your clothes off either.
Yeah, no clothes off at all. But we were running Clear Sky the other night, and one of the squad mates made a joke and said, "Okay, so toughness hoarder, how much toughness are you hoarding tonight?" And I'm sitting there kind of thinking, "Oh damn, I'm at X amount, whatever, 500 or 400 or whatnot." And I think my biggest thing is that one question that I always get is, what build are you running this time? Because I have like 5, 6 different combinations of attack and final measure build, or Predator's Mark final measure, or Predator's Mark tack. And I think the biggest thing is like people sitting there saying, okay, well, I haven't really tried that yet. And especially after the big loot lottery that came up with 1.2, everyone had pieces and they just didn't know where to go with them. So throwing those together and seeing what worked, I think I made that little bit for myself where people were like, okay, what are you trying this time around? Let me know, because my build's kind of at this spot. So I guess I'm more of like, not so much the mechanics. Mechanics are important, but more so, all right, what can help your stats? Not your gear score, but your stats. What combinations work well with each other. And I think that's the biggest thing I think contributes to it.
Okay, no, that's a very good strong point. Yeah, absolutely. So look, as you can see, we've got 2 experienced gamers that are going to be streaming over the whole, not a whole course of the weekend. I'm not going to commit these guys to 72 hours of video streaming. That'd be pretty brutal.
Will we?
It might happen.
But these guys will definitely be streaming, and hopefully you guys will engage with them, make them show you some new tricks and new ways of running different things that maybe even you're struggling with. So what we'll do is look to wrap it up. Golden, is there sort of anything that you wanted to fill in at the end, just to cover off?
No, not much, man. Hey, it's good to meet both of you guys. Really excited about it, man. I hope we can have a good weekend and stream as much as possible, get it out there to as many people as possible, and get a bunch of gear.
Absolutely. So, PTT, where can we find you in the World Wide Web?
On YouTube, mainly, P3T3TT. I do have Twitch as well, under the same. Twitter's the same, at P3T3TT. You pretty much find me on all the social medias under the same name, same tag. Yeah, pretty much everywhere, but mainly on YouTube.
And we've got to get you over at least 2,000 subscribers, right?
That would be ideal. It'll happen one day.
You heard it. Let's go subscribe and get this guy over 2,000. DJ Rittman, where can we find you, sir?
I actually just made a new Twitch because I was having issues with it. It's at DJ Gamer Elite. Mainly because everyone, likes to likes to think they're elite, but 86 was taken, so I couldn't do that. But yeah, DJ Gamer Elite at Twitch, and I'll be there, and I'll see you guys in the Dark Zone.
Fantastic. And Golden, I believe you have now just joined the Twitterverse. Is that right?
Yes, from my cohorts, I have pretty much been forced to build a Twitter account.
The dark side.
Yeah, so it's my gamer tag, caps Golden Boy, with an I, Golden Boy 11, downward slash DZR.
Underscore DZR.
Underscore DZR.
So just confirm.
That's what that is.
Just confirm that is Golden Boy 11 underscore DZR, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got a big weekend coming up this weekend. We've got some giveaways. We've got Massive who've been involved. We've got some X1 Bros. We've got Joker Unique. We've got these guys. We've got Weezer. We've got Oranji Eero Sage from the last week. And many, many more. Hopefully, we'll try and bring you more of these casts over the course of the weekend, so you can meet them and help us build a larger community. For me, you can find me at Binary Num on Twitter, and I'm obviously in the Discord 24 hours a day because my wife doesn't talk to me anymore. And as we say in DZR, we'll see you in the Dark Zone, agents.